Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trinity Baptist College, the home of the Eagles. And tonight, the regular season finale has the Eagles playing one of their best friendly but bitter rivalries on the court, the Suns from Johnson University of Florida. Hello, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau, and as always, Dean is our cameraman here tonight. And you are looking at the Lady Suns in their warm-up, and as you see on the clock, about 8.5 minutes away from opening tip-off. And there are the Trinity Baptist College Eagles in their warm-up jerseys as we're getting ready for the first of two, and it is senior night here at Trinity Baptist College. Brandon Tucker and Marcus Dixon will be honored later on tonight. The seniors on the gentlemen's team. No seniors on the women's roster. But the Lady Eagles, although they haven't come up with many wins of late, have really started playing some very good basketball. We're starting a little early, but for good reason. Joining me now is men's basketball head coach, Mr. Craig Wilsman. I believe he's also the athletic director of Johnson University of Florida. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's say hello to Mr. Craig Wilsman.
Hey, Ray, thanks for having us on. I appreciate you guys doing this and giving us a few minutes here.
Well, I noticed that in the last few games, the ladies' team has really been short-handed, but I watched a live stream when Trinity Baptist was down at Johnson. They have really played some good basketball, even though very short-handed.
Yes. In fact, you don't know this yet, but they're going to be more short-handed tonight because Sierra Threat, who is a big key threat, I think probably the regional player of the year in my mind, but she has some personal medical issues and won't be here tonight. Or even Saturday night. So
well, that's unfortunate because she's averaging over 16 points per game, and one of the leaders, even when you had the full roster. I've kept an eye on you guys. Yes. I remember last season, the record didn't look great, but both the women and the men, is this the women's first season, right?
Inaugural season.
The gentlemen, though, played such good basketball, but unfortunately for you, just kept coming up maybe 2 or 3 points short. I mean, good news when we played you.
Yes.
But the record was a whole lot, let me say that better. The play was a lot better than what the record showed.
We lost 10 games last year with 3 points and less.
And you won that game down on January 19th down at your place.
Yes.
You took both those ball games. So Coach Jones is looking to get you back here tonight.
I'm sure he is.
Eagles have had a little bit of a rough stretch. They've won only one out of their last 5, but all very close ball games.
Yes.
And these are two very evenly matched teams that are going to play later on tonight.
Yes. Trinity is a great school, great program. Coach Jones, I have a lot of respect for him. Always come in here with fear and trepidation playing against you guys. Very good team.
And you've known him a very long time as well.
I've known Coach J.J. Thatcher used to be my assistant coach at Warner, and then Coach Jones and J.J. connected, I believe, at Bruton Parker. I believe that was where he is before. And then they came down here, obviously, and then J.J. came down here as well. So he knows Coach Jones from there as well, and we had the connection from that perspective.
And Coach Jones, I've known him for about 4 years now.
Okay.
Really love working under him, doing the broadcasts and the recaps and a lot of other things that we do here. Terrific gentleman. Most importantly, a very godly gentleman as well.
Yes.
Now, he and I have talked a few times throughout the season about the South region. I want to go ahead and ask you your perspective. We believe any one of the 7 teams in this region could very easily win next week's tournament.
Yes, very much so. The only team that won't, actually 2 teams won't win because Southeastern Baptist is not eligible to compete because they're probation, I guess, is first-year members.
But that is a team that made tremendous progress throughout the season.
I saw the score when they beat you guys.
We handled them very easily at first, very early. And I forget the gentleman's name, but one of the players talked to me after the game and said, don't worry, later in the season, when we learn how to play together, we're going to be really good. And they were really good.
Yeah, Brad Phillips, actually, a story there. Brad Phillips, the head coach at Southeastern Baptist, was a kid I recruited when I was coaching in California. And so I've known Brad for years, but we've actually never met personally. We've only talked on the phone over the years. He's jumped around different schools, and he's always called me. And so we found out that he was over at Southeastern. That was quite
and what's surprising me is to see Kendall Oliver come in here with Piedmont International after watching him play for you for the last few years.
Right. No, I had thought the same thing. So maybe Josh Grover might be here tonight to watch the game as well. So
And Philip Greer left a comment watching that game on our live stream. I told him to make sure he says hello when you guys come up.
Yes.
Give me your perspective about some of the teams that are going to meet up in the tournament.
Well, Trinity College of Florida did not qualify. They have to have a 500 record. They did not have a 500 record, so they're not coming. So
they played a really good game against us here Tuesday. Won that ball game, I believe, by 6 points.
Yeah, that was. I was surprised they beat you guys. I mean, I think you guys are one of the top teams, but I definitely.
Well, teams go through their rough stretches. We had one, let's be honest, at the wrong time in South Region play. But Coach Jones, he's got these guys ready to take you guys on tonight. They are hungry for it, especially on senior night.
Oh, I definitely know that. I think the power rankings are still up in the air. I think currently I know Trinity Baptist is number 1. We were 2, but actually Bob Jones is actually number 2 by a percentage of a point. They changed that, update. They sent out another one. We're number 3, and then should be, I think.
Okay, what I'm showing you here is what I saw Tuesday when the rankings came out. I wasn't aware that those 2 teams you mentioned wouldn't be in the tournament.
Yes. Toccoa Falls and then Pensacola. I couldn't read you right in there, Ray.
Hopefully we'll still hold the top spot, but, with Trinity College's win over us Tuesday, things could change, especially depending on what happens tonight. We're number 1 now. You're number 2. Hopefully we're going to stay that way after we win tonight.
Well, we hope not. But anyway, it could be a toss-up because we could we have you guys tonight, and then we play Bob Jones on Saturday afternoon. So, from our perspective, we could be playing the top 3 teams, right then this weekend. So it's like a preliminary match before we get to the big dance.
Right, with everybody playing each other these last 2 weeks, it's almost like the tournament had already begun.
Yes. No, it's going to be a fun tournament down there at Johnson. I think right now, as it's seeded right now, Toccoa Falls would play Pensacola on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Then Friday, the winner would play the number 1 seed, whoever that would be, and then the second and third seeds will play either at 6 or 8. So we'll play at 8 o'clock because we're the whole school, whatever game that would be.
Yeah, I was about to mention, you are hosting the tournament. Yes. We did it last year, and a lot of fans make the way. I mean, you and we're pretty close by, only about a 2.5-hour drive. I got a brother in Kissimmee, so if I'm able to go down there, I'll stop and say hi to him also.
Definitely.
But Pensacola, that's a long way across I-10. Toccoa Falls from North Georgia, they always bring a good crowd with them, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah. No, it's going to be fun. We got a great tournament set up. We're doing. Take off of the Samaritan's Feet. We're calling it the SOS Project, Souls on Sons. Mm-hmm. Basically, we've asked all the teams to donate $10 per player. We're going to give out about 70 shoes to elementary school kids in the area. We're going to do that Thursday morning.
At the Christian service. That's a great thing, and so everyone participates.
Yes.
That's just a good thing to see the guys. We see them mainly in their uniforms dribbling the ball, but a lot of people forget these are not just athletes. These are good, godly young men who really have a passion to share the gospel with others.
Right.
And that's a great way to do it, to get them all together.
Exactly. So we're gonna do that. We have like Coach Jones here. When we are here for regionals, we got shirts and all that stuff. So we're gonna do shirts out as well. I think it's a good memory for all the players they have. They can remember back at regionals. So we're gonna do it right. From that perspective, we're having a little halftime game for one of those elementary schools. Those kids are bringing their school, so we're gonna be doing that as well for those kids, just to bring some more crowd there, some more fun. Just a lot of good things there. So,
well, Coach Craig, I'm glad you're able to join us. If we weren't playing you tonight, I'd wish you luck, but of course, got to go with my Eagles. Right now, we're going to turn it over to our game day coordinator, Ethan Horton, as he brings us the opening lineups, opening prayer, and our national anthem, and this ball game will be underway.
Best of their ability, that everything we say and do will honor and glorify you. And it's 23, Mishla Pierre. Number 24, Markeisha Jones. Number 30, Kay Green. And number 32, Angela Nunez. Now the starting lineups for your Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Number 5, Ebony Smith. Number 20, Moesha Jones. Number 23, Michelle Jones. Number 32, Melanie Newton. And number 40, Gina Ingram.
Thank you, Ethan Horton, a senior here at Trinity Baptist College, finishing up his final semester and doing a fantastic job making sure we have all the personnel we need at every basketball, baseball, softball, soccer game, and volleyball game. Ethan Horton, our game day coordinator for the last couple of years. Of course, we still have baseball and softball to finish, but we're really going to hate to see Ethan leave here, but at least he's doing it the only way we want to see it happen, and that's through graduation. So congratulations, Ethan Horton. And this women's game is about ready to tip off. I just got my first look at these uniforms that Johnson is wearing. These are beautiful road uniforms. The navy blue with the red trim and the white numbers, and the Suns are going from right to left. And Trinity Baptist in the traditional home whites with the blue trim and the gold letters and numbers going from left to right. Gina Ingram tipping off against Kayla Kinney, and the ball game is underway. And the Suns have won the opening tip. Johnson University at 5-19 overall, but all 5 of those wins in South Region play. And the Suns defeated the Lady Eagles 68-47 on January 19th, as you heard Coach Wilsman and I talk about during the pregame interview. So the Suns get the opening tip. Trinity Baptist 4-18 overall, 2-8 in South Region play. First shot of the ball game came out of the hands of Markeisha Jones. It did not go. Jones averaging 3.9 points per game. Now the Eagles have a chance to get on the board first, but it will have to be via a free throw if it's going to happen right now. And a foul called. And trying to see which player that was on the Suns. There were a couple of them nearby. Didn't quite catch the official. I believe he called Kay Green. That's the first foul of the ball game. Ebony Smith gets Trinity Baptist on the board. This young lady scored 24 points in Tuesday night's ball game against Trinity College of Florida. Unfortunately, though, for the Eagles, Trinity College took that ball game 69-63. So 1-0 after Smith goes 1 for 2, but the Eagles get the ball right back. Newton for 3. That one a little bit too short. And a rebound off the floor by Kay Green, who was averaging 18 points per game. She scored 20 against the Eagles back on January 19th down in Kissimmee. Well, we didn't get a chance to mention the women's tournament with Coach Wilsman, but they're going to play at Pensacola Christian, and both South Region tournaments will begin next Thursday, February 21st. And the ball stolen away by Kayla Kinney, who scored 28 points against Trinity Baptist on January 19th. And we have a whistle during the pass, and it looks like the Suns are going to inbound on a foul called by Michelle Jones. That is the first Trinity Baptist foul. Each team now has committed 1. Trinity Baptist leading 2-0 very early, and a 3-point shot in and out. That was Markeisha Jones with that attempt. Eagles work the ball up court very well. Michelle Jones takes the pass but moves both feet and called for the travel. Thank you to Coach Craig Wilsman, the athletic director and the men's head basketball coach, as is John Jones of Trinity Baptist College. Hello, Mr. Bird. Coach Bird of the women's softball team, assistant coach. His daughter, Courtney, the catcher, and his other daughter, Amber, unfortunately injured and unable to play this season, but helping us with the score and staying involved with the team, and hopefully we'll see her play next year. Meanwhile, the Eagles get the steal. Newton tries to find Gina Ingram, but this one goes out of bounds. Trinity Baptist, our fans already know this, but playing without Destiny Green, Jayla Green, and now Tamara Brown, all out with injuries. Tamara hoping to be back in time for the South Region Tournament next week, but she has not dressed out for the last couple of ball games. That is a big loss for the Eagles, all three of them big losses. Kinney thought about that three, now does take the shot and buries it, and Johnson on the board leading 3-1. Remember, Ebony Smith hit that first free throw for the Eagles. Second one did not go, so right now the Suns lead by 2. Pass to Jones. There's a three-point shot off the rim. Smith keeps it in bounds, but the loose ball is grabbed by Mishla Pierre, who averages 4.3 points per game. 7:15 left in the first. This game started right on time at 5 p.m. Eastern. Bounce pass inside, but the layup attempt from Jones, no good. Markeisha Jones, number 24 for Johnson University. Newton for three, it's good. Melanie Newton loves to take that long three-point shot, and she will make a whole bunch of those, and that one just put Trinity Baptist up by 1. Right now, the seeding for the women's tournament, Pensacola Christian is number 3 in the country. I believe they are something like 23-6 overall on the season, 8-1 in South Region play. Loose ball after the shot. Moesha Jones was able to maintain possession. Here come the Eagles, already leading by 1. Smith bounce pass, gets away from Moesha Jones and out of bounds, and it is Suns basketball. Alfred Smith, Glenn Thompson, both checking in. Apparently something wrong with our video. Hopefully we'll be able to clear that up pretty quickly. Our end looks a little bit okay. I see it on my laptop through the stream, so hopefully that'll be all right for all of our viewers. Meanwhile, Kinney pump fake and then found help over on the right side of the lane, but that shot did not go from Angela Nunez. Ebony Smith outside the paint, nice spin move, but the layup no good. Both teams missing opportunities to put the ball in the net on that last trip up and down the court. Ingram got a hand on that layup attempt from Kay Green, so credit Ingram with a block and a whistle underneath the basket. So it is going to be Eagles basketball. I believe that was called on Kay Green. If I have that right, that is her second foul. Ebony Smith finds Ingram outside the paint. Ingram drives inside and gets the layup. And Trinity Baptist now leads 6-3 with 5:25 left in the first quarter. Second seed in the women's bracket, Bob Jones University, who is number 10 overall in the country. And we're going to have a traveling violation called against Jones. And the Eagles, leading by 3, have a chance to extend. Madison O'Day in for Moesha Jones. Johnson has 6 players available tonight. Wearing number 15, Kirsten Walker, also over on the sideline, waiting for her opportunity to take the court. Long pass across the court to Melanie Newton. She dribbles inside and has her pass attempt knocked down. A nice play by Pierre. All alone goes Kinney. Now Jones got on top of her, forced Kinney to change her shot, and forced a stop. And a takeaway by the Eagles. That's Ebony Smith, but the layup no good. She gets her own rebound and draws the foul. There were 2 Suns in on the play. We'll see which one gets called. That is going to be Markeisha Jones with her first. And that is team foul number 3. And Ebony Smith back at the line. She hit 1 out of 2 a little earlier in the period. On the season, 52% coming into tonight's ball game. First of 2 from Smith is good. So 2 out of 3 here in the early going. Eagles lead 7-3 pending this free throw from Smith. This one is up, and it is good. So Ebony Smith now 3 out of 4 in this first quarter, and the Eagles lead at 8-3, but now Smith just picked up her first foul right in front of us. So Johnson will inbound with 4:33 left to go in the first quarter. Full 30 seconds put back on the shot clock. Kay Green guarded not too heavily by Michelle Jones. Now 5-second count begins. She finds Kinney. She goes inside and draws the blocking foul. It looks like that'll be against Michelle Jones. That is the call. That is number 2 on Jones, and Kayla Kinney will go to the line for 2 free throws. Kinney 68% on the season. First of 2, a little bit too strong. With that free throw, now 54 for 80 overall, so about 67%, give or take a little bit, as Selena Perez checks in for Michelle Jones. Perez joined the roster mid-season and has done a very nice job in her role play for Coach Judy Allen. Free throw number 2 from Kinney is in. 4 points overall for Kinney. All 4 of the Suns' points on the board to this point. Newton, another three-pointer. This one spins around and drops in. That one wanted to come out, but it stayed inside the cylinder. That's the second three-point made for Melanie Newton. She has 6, and the Eagles lead 11-4. Again, don't rest on this Suns team. Even though they're shorthanded, these young ladies can play some basketball. First season of women's basketball for Johnson University of Florida, and we have a foul against the Eagles. That is Gina Ingram with her first, and that is team foul number 4. Kinney was 1 for 2 just a moment ago. She's back at the line. First of these 2. That one hit to the right side of the rim and bounced out. So free throw number 2 coming for Kayla Kinney. It is too strong. Batted out of bounds and last touched by Mishla Pierre. So Eagles have the ball, already leading by 7 and a chance to extend. Again, as we told Coach Wilsman, the Eagles women's team playing some really good basketball of late, coming up just short on the scoreboard, but they have really done a terrific job, especially missing 3 players. That loose ball grabbed by both teams. Eagles have the possession arrow, so they will inbound with 3:26 left to go in the first quarter. Ebony Smith inbounds to O'Day at the top of the arc. Perez, she'll take that three-pointer, but this time she goes inside, and it looks like we have a foul. I believe that was Pierre. That is her first, and team foul number 4. Both teams have now committed 4 fouls. Both teams are now in the bonus for the rest of the first quarter. That pass missed its target. Kinney knocks it down, guarded by O'Day on the defensive side of the court for the Eagles. This is Kay Green going inside the paint and drawing the foul. It could be either Smith or Ingram. Both were there. That is number 2 on Gina Ingram. And Kay Green, who averages 11.18 points per game, is now at the line, where she is 63% on the season. First of 2 is a little bit too strong and off the back of the rim. Here come Moesha Jones and Michelle Jones in favor of Gina Ingram and Melanie Newton. We'll see both of them before too long. Newton already with a pair of three-point shots for the Eagles. That's the margin at the moment. This free throw is good. So Green goes 1 for 2. Eagles lead 11-6, and a traveling violation called on Smith gives the ball right back to the Suns. So it's now a 5-point deficit, could trim down to 3 or possibly 2. Kinney just outside the arc, guarded by Perez. Finds Kay Green, who goes inside the paint, puts up the jump shot, but it looks like an offensive foul will be called against Green. That will nullify the shot, And I have her at 3 fouls, and I'm going to double-check everything at halftime with Nathan Williams, our official scorekeeper. But if I'm correct, Kay Green has 3 fouls in the first quarter. Of course, I've been known to have those mistakes and mark the wrong player. Ebony Smith takes the pass off the glass. Couple of bounces, no. And Moesha Jones, wide open, puts up the shot, and it's good. Jones on the board. Eagles leading now 13-6. 2:34 left to go in the first quarter. Kay Green takes her time getting it up court. Passes high to Pierre, but she pulls it down, charges her way inside, and a foul before the shot. So that is on the floor. We'll see which Eagles player gets called. Foul called on Selena Perez. That is her first. It is team foul number 6. Both teams in the bonus for the rest of the first quarter. No 1-and-1. All 2 free throws on bonus shots. Michelle Pierre at the line, first attempts of the afternoon. 71% on the season, and number 1, a little bit too strong. Suns have a number of players from earlier in the season, no longer on the roster now, but have been able to hit those free throws when necessary. This one is good. She is 1 for 2. 4 for 8 overall are the Suns in this quarter, and another traveling violation called against Trinity Baptist gives the ball right back to Johnson. It's a 6-point margin right now. Trinity Baptist 13, Johnson 7. But Johnson benefiting from a couple of traveling violations in the last minute on the game clock. Shot attempt a little too strong from Pierre. Rebound Moesha Jones. Madison O'Day brings it across midcourt. Goes all the way. The underhanded layup off the glass. First basket of the evening for Madison O'Day. And now Trinity Baptist leads 15-6. A 9-point margin with 1:38 left in the first quarter. Pierre at the top of the line. And the shot attempt from Jones a little wide to the right, and this ball goes out of bounds. It's Eagles ball, and here comes Leanna Julian onto the court for the first time. And Ebony Smith will have a seat most likely for the remainder of the first quarter. So Leanna Julian now on the court. Michelle Jones thought about trying to get inside, but then backs it up, slows things down, and gives her teammates a chance to get into position. Melanie Newton, 1-on-2, and a foul. 2 free throws coming for Newton. And Marquisha Jones called for her second. And Melanie Newton will head to the line. First free throw attempts of the night for Newton. On the season, she is at 57%, 33 out of 58 from the charity stripe. 9-point lead pending these free throws. Number 1 from Newton is good. Well, Newton has really stepped up her free throw shooting late in the season. She's done a much better job in the second half of the season. And free throw number 2 spins around, does not go. Moesha Jones gets the rebound. Newton has already hit 2 from that range. Michelle Jones steps in and draws a foul, and I believe that is Marquisha Jones. And again, if I have these correct, no, that is not Jones. That is Michelle Pierre with her second. So now Michelle Jones at the line for the Eagles, and the first one is good. Michelle Jones, 53% coming into tonight's play. She hits them both. Eagles are doing a pretty good job so far. 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 8 from the line. Johnson is 4 for 8, and the Eagles lead by 12. It's 18-6, under a minute to go, 50 seconds left. Three-point shot is up and a swish. That is Mishla Pierre. That'll cut that deficit down a little bit. 18-9 with 40 seconds left. That was a terrific shot from Pierre. Nothing but net. That's her first field goal. She now has 4 points. Bounce pass to Newton inside the paint. Nice defense by Pierre, but O'Day takes the shot from about 18 feet. To the left side, hands off to Newton. The ball hit the rim, so the shot clock is off. Newton going 1-on-2. The layup, no good. Nice defense again by Mishla Pierre. 10 seconds left. Green, pump fake, and then hands it off. That is Pierre over on the right side. That is a three. It's off the rim. 3 seconds left. And O'Day will let the clock run out, but a terrific first quarter for Trinity Baptist College. At the end of one, it is Eagles 18 and the Suns 9. Well, we know that tonight's game is the final game of the season for Trinity Baptist College. Johnson, though, will play again on Saturday. They are heading up to Greenville, South Carolina. They're going to take on the Bruins of Bob Jones University, and that is the regular season finale for both the Suns and the Bruins. The women's South Region tournament is at Pensacola Christian College beginning next Thursday. We told you that Pensacola is the top seed. At this moment, things still could change, but Pensacola, one of the best in all of NCCAA, counting both Divisions 1 and 2. They are number 1. Bob Jones is seated number 2 as we speak. Southeastern Baptist number 3. Again, Coach Wilsman then said couple of the teams may not be eligible to play in the tournament, but at least as it stands now, Trinity College of Florida is the number 4 seed. Johnson University at number 5. Trinity Baptist College number 6, and Toccoa Falls College number 7 in the women's South Region seeding at this point. Second quarter getting ready to begin. Johnson won the opening tip. Trinity Baptist got an alternating possession, and so now the arrow is with the Suns, and it is Johnson who will inbound to get ready in the second quarter. Melanie Newton scored 7 of the Eagles' 18 points. Ebony Smith has 3. O'Day and Jones and Ingram each with 2. Kayla Kinney has 4 so far for Johnson, as does Misha LaPierre. She's hit a three-pointer and a free throw, and Kay Green has a free throw as well. So, assuming I didn't miss anything, that adds up to 18-9 in favor of Trinity Baptist as quarter number 2 gets underway. 4 10-minute quarters in women's college basketball. This is Kayla Kinney. Some nice defense one-on-one by Moesha Jones, and she finds Pierre in the corner. Ebony Smith gets on top of her in a hurry. Kinney now 1-on-2. Kinney thought about that 3, stepped inside, missed the 2-point shot, but she got her own rebound, put it back in. Nice job by Kayla Kinney. She averages 10 points per game. This ball's out of bounds. Kay Green knocked it out of the hands of Smith, so Eagles will keep possession. 6 seconds ticked off the shot clock, so 24 to work with. 7-point lead for Trinity Baptist College. Biggest lead so far has been 11 points. This one heading out of bounds, and again, last touch by a Sun. That was Kayla Kinney. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Jones thought about the 3. Shot clock now at 4. Smith inside, off the glass, no good, and a nice rebound by Kay Green. 8:52 until halftime. Green trying to get around Smith, and it looks like Smith will be called for a push. That is number 2 on Ebony Smith. It is team foul number 1 of the second quarter. Gina Ingram will come back on the court. Ebony Smith will head off. Kayla Kinney, a freshman shooting guard from Zion, Illinois. That was Kay Green with that 3-point attempt. She's a sophomore from Daytona Beach, majoring in sports management. And Kinney took the pass. Ingram looking for O'Day, but the pass was well out of O'Day's reach. And the Suns have a chance to cut the deficit down a bit further. And a traveling violation, however, will nullify that opportunity and give the ball right back to Trinity Baptist. So break for the Eagles, who are right now leading by 7, 18-11. Robert Herrera checking in, a three-point shot. Newton, this time it did not go. Robert Herrera, we've seen his name pop up on the last few basketball and baseball games. Always good to see your name and letting us know you're watching. Just drop a comment in the top chat. I really enjoy saying hello to those who let us know they're watching on TBC Eagles. That's a really nice move by Kinney, but the underhand reverse layup did not fall. Ingram with the rebound. Eagles could put their lead up by 9 or possibly 10. Of course, the 4-point play is still possible. It's not likely. It doesn't happen often, but it can happen. That is Moesha Jones taking the pass from Michelle Jones and getting the layup. And the Eagles lead by 9. It is 20-11. 7:16 left in the second quarter. In case you missed the announcement earlier, Sierra Thierot under the weather, unable to make the trip here to Jacksonville tonight, and that is a big loss for the Suns. Foul called. We'll see which Eagles player. It is Madison O'Day with her first. Head coach Mr. Jay Barnhart in his first season leading the Lady Suns as we have a timeout. With the score, Trinity Baptist 20, Johnson University of Florida 11. Coach Allen calls the 32nd timeout. Mr. Jay Barnhart, assisted by Catherine Barnhart, Elliot Hernandez, and Donnie Crawford, all 4 coaches in their first season. Of course, this is the first season of women's basketball at Johnson University. Coach Judy Allen in her 4th year as head coach of the Lady Eagles, assisted by Mrs. Alicia Lewis and her husband Jared, both of those in their first season as assistant coach. Athletic director Mr. John D. Jones is also the men's basketball coach. We will see him take on Coach Craig Wilsman, who also serves as the Johnson University athletic director. In case you missed it, after this game is over, you can go back as we started the video stream, had a very nice pregame interview with Coach Wilsman, who said a lot of nice things about both the Suns teams and both Trinity Baptist teams as well. Kayla Kinney trying to go inside, and she will draw the foul. Both Jones and Newton were there. It is Michelle Jones, and I believe that is her 3rd. On the floor, so the Suns will inbound. That is team foul number 3 of the second quarter. Ebony Smith back onto the court. Jones has a seat. Kinney will now go to the line for 2, and Ingram's holding up her hand. But it looks like the call is going to go against Ebony Smith. And I have her at 3 fouls. So a lot of fouls in this first half. Kayla Kinney is 1 out of 4 so far tonight. First free throw is good. 7 points now for Kinney. Pending free throw number 2. Smith will head off. Selena Perez back onto the court for Coach Allen. 6:53 left until halftime. Eagles lead by 8. Free throw number 2 does not go. It bounced around inside the rim, but the layup and the putback from Pierre is good. 6 points now for Pierre, and a deficit cut down to 6, 20-14, and O'Day called for the travel. And a big break for Johnson, who can now pull to within 4 or possibly 3. Mr. Thompson, hopefully your video feed is okay now. We've checked everything on our end to the best of our abilities. That ball batted around into the hands of Perez. She has 2 teammates to her left. She feeds O'Day, who gets the layup. Madison O'Day, averaging 8.5 points per game, now has 4 here tonight, and the Eagles' lead is back up to 8, 22-15. Mr. Herrera saying, go Mo. Moesha Jones of Trinity Baptist. Perez pulls down the rebound. Again, she has two players to choose from, but she's going to take this one herself. And looks like an offensive foul called against Selena Perez. That is her second. It is team foul number 4. Coach Allen letting her disagreement with that call be known. But it is Suns basketball. Under 6 minutes left in the second quarter. 22-14, Trinity Baptist leads. 5:47 left in the second. Kinney looked like she thought about the three. Suns work the ball to the left side. This is Green, guarded well by O'Day, but she gets around her defender. The jump shot, a lot of balls so far spinning around and dropping out. And it looks like we're going to have a foul, and that one is called against Kayla Kinney, number 1, and team foul number 1 as well. Eagles inbound, 5.5 left in the first half. O'Day takes the pass and had it nearly stripped away by Kinney. Now O'Day going coast to coast and a layup. Very good to see the aggressiveness of the Eagles getting the ball inside the paint, and they're turning most of those opportunities into 2 points. Again, with a short-handed team, you want to put pressure on that defense, force them to make some contact. This one out of bounds off the body of Markeisha Jones. Eagles will have possession, leading by 10. So far, their biggest lead has been 11. They led 16-5, I believe, early in the first half. 24-14. And a chance to extend it to an even dozen. Ingram takes the pass. The layup does not go. Second chance, no. Ingram missed 2 opportunities. And the Suns could cut the deficit back down into single digits. Long pass. Nunez is rejected by Ingram. So Ingram getting back on the defensive side and making the play. You know, that play is just as important as making a shot, because that is a 2-point swing. This ball goes inside underneath. Ingram unable to get that one, but the second opportunity, she does make body contact, and that'll be foul number 3 on Gina Ingram. But again, have to like the aggressiveness of the Eagles on both sides of the court. Gina Ingram has earned a starting spot in the last few ball games, and she's always played very good defense throughout the season. First free throw, Kay Green does not go. She is now 1 for 3 on the night. Another opportunity for Green. Takes her time, makes sure she is ready. Free throw number 2 is good. 2 points overall for Green. And a substitution is the reason for the whistle. Leanna Julian back onto the court for Ingram. Again, I'm going to check with Nathan Williams, our official scorekeeper, at halftime, but the Eagles, if I have it correct, already have 3 players with 3 fouls. Eagles have committed 6 in this second quarter, so Johnson is in the bonus. That's Melanie Newton, about 12 feet, using the backboard and getting the basket. That's her first deuce. She has 2 threes and a free throw. 9 points overall. Eagles lead 26-15. Moesha Jones on the defense of Kay Green. And Green is able to back it up to Kinney. And now Coach Barnhart calling for the timeout across the court. With 3:44 left to go, that'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll pause here and resume in just a moment on TBC Eagles. An 11-point lead for Trinity Baptist, 26-15, matching their biggest lead so far of the night. 3:44 left to go in the first half. Melanie Newton leads everybody so far with 9 points. Here's Kinney, and a travel called as she tried to find Pierre outside the arc, and Pierre was ready to charge inside and get off a shot. But now the Eagles have possession with 3:38 left until the halftime intermission. O'Day across midcourt. Pulls it to the right corner. Finds Jones, who hits Selena Perez. Perez goes through 2 defenders, gets off the shot. Loose ball and grabbed by Pierre. Johnson now with another chance to get to within single digits. Kay Green guarded by Moesha Jones. That's been a one-on-one so far, and it looks like Jones is going to be called for the foul. That was before the shot. So on the floor, but it is bonus for Johnson. So Moesha Jones is called. That is her first foul. And Kay Green at the line. She went 1 for 2 just a moment ago. 2 for 4 overall. 2 more opportunities. Number 1 is too strong. 2 Suns head back to the defensive side. Marquisha Jones and Angela Nunez. Green missed her first. Number 2 is up, and it is, again, a little too strong, but a good rebound by Kinney. 2 on 4, and the Suns pull down the board. Here's Pierre. Reverse layup off the rim and lands out of bounds. Eagles will take over with 3 minutes and 1 second left on the clock. Newton directing traffic. Eagles work the ball to Perez on the right side. Moesha Jones takes the pass off the glass, no good. Julian had the ball in her hands, but it was knocked out of bounds. Eagles keep the ball. It did hit the rim, so a fresh 30 seconds, 1 ticked off before going out of bounds. Julian takes the pass, jump shot off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Pierre. And a reaching in foul against Trinity. That is Moesha Jones with her second. Eagles have committed 14 total fouls in this first half. And going to the line is Mishla Pierre. She is 1 for 2 so far tonight. Pierre at the line for 2. Number 1, good. Total of 7 points for Mishla. Sophomore shooting guard from Fort Pierce, Florida, majoring in human services. And she goes 2 for 2, 8 points, and it makes the score 26-17. A 9-point lead for the Eagles with 2:40 left on the clock. Newton finds O'Day at midcourt, and O'Day works it to the right side. Contact, nothing called. Pass into Newton. Again, the aggressiveness by Melanie Newton, and this time results in another basket. She now has 11, and that is the margin of the Eagles' lead, 28-17. We see some of the gentlemen from Johnson heading into the gym. We'll watch them on the court in just a little while later on tonight. Moesha Jones called for her third, and back at the line for 2 more is Kay Green. 2 out of 6 so far, and this one is good. 3 points overall for Green. Another opportunity for Eagles. 2 Suns also surrounding the lane. Free throw number 2 is in and out, and Michelle Jones there for the rebound, and a reaching in foul will be called against Johnson's Mishla Pierre. That is number 3, but it's only team foul number 3 on Johnson in the quarter. They still have one to give. Eagles inbound. Perez takes the long pass, finds O'Day to the hole, and the basket is good. Madison O'Day with 8 points, 6 of them in the second quarter, and the Eagles lead by 12. .148 left in the quarter. Ball nearly got away from Pierre. She's able to pull it down. Now Green at the top of the arc. Kinney finds Nunez, but Selena Perez takes the ball right out of her hands, and the Eagles could extend a current 12-point lead. Perez takes a terrific pass from O'Day, but misses the layup. Missed opportunity for Perez and the Eagles. 1:20 left on the clock. Johnson trails by 12. Kinney thought about that three. Instead, she goes inside the paint and called for the travel. Tried to dish it off, but dragged that back foot before she was able to release the ball. And Trinity Baptist, another opportunity to extend. 1:11 left in the second quarter. Perez takes the pass on the left side, finds Julian. She's guarded well. Long two-point shot from O'Day off the rim. Kay Green pulls it down. Michelle Jones underneath on defense, and Jones did the wise thing and let Green have the layup and not pick up that possibly fourth foul. The shot did not fall, however. Tabitha Majors onto the court for the first time, and Leanna Julian will head off, and we are under a minute left in the half. Coach Allen in the final regular season game, getting everybody on the court in the first half. Perez finds Majors, a shot blocked. Marquisha Jones got her hands on the ball. Suns now trying to pull to within 10 before halftime. Kay Green slows it down, looking for a good opportunity to get the ball through the cylinder. That's Kinney with a very long three-pointer. Rebounded off the floor. Kinney then takes the pass from Pierre. So again, Kayla Kinney, we saw her do that a few times already. Even though she missed the shot, she's right there for a second opportunity. And we're going to have a foul called on Misha Pierre. And that'll send Selena Perez to the line. She has not tried a free throw yet tonight. Number 1 from Pierre is a little too strong. She's at 56% this season. Now 9 out of 17. 10-point Eagles lead pending free throw number 2, 10 seconds left. Perez's shot, again, a little too strong, but Michelle Jones pulls it down. 7 seconds left. O'Day finds Newton. Newton steps inside. O'Day for 2 before the buzzer. It is good. That's a 2-point shot, but it goes through and brings us into the halftime intermission with the score. Trinity Baptist College 32, Johnson University of Florida 20. Eagles won that second quarter 14-11 and lead by 12 as we go to halftime. 12-minute timeout, and then we'll be back about 3 minutes left until the second half begins between the Lady Eagles and the Suns from Johnson University of Florida. Stay with us. Ray Bureau back here at Trinity Gymnasium, where Trinity Baptist Lady Eagles enjoying a 12-point lead at halftime. I checked on all the fouls, and I did have everything correct. We'll go ahead and talk about the foul situation first. Remember, Johnson has only 6 players available tonight. Mishla Pierre has 4 fouls, and Kay Green has 3. Marquisha Jones has 2, and Kayla Kinney has 2. However, Trinity Baptist College has 4 players who all picked up 3 fouls in the first half. Ebony Smith, Moesha Jones, Michelle Jones, and Gina Ingram. Selena Perez has 2, and Madison O'Day has 1. So a lot of fouls in the first half for both these teams. Leading scorer on the court, Melanie Newton with 11. Madison O'Day has 10. Moesha Jones 4. Ebony Smith 3 free throws. And Michelle Jones has hit a pair of free throws. That's 32 points for the TBC Eagles. Kayla Kinney leads Johnson University with 9. Mishla Pierre has 8. And Kay Green has 3. That is 20 for Johnson University of Florida. The rebounding battle, very, very even. Johnson has 15 total rebounds, led by Pierre with 5 and Kay Green with 4. Trinity Baptist has 14 total rebounds. Moesha Jones leads with 4, and Michelle Jones has 3. The biggest difference in the game, Trinity Baptist College shot 44.4% from the field in the first half, including 2 out of 4 3-pointers, both of those coming from Melanie Newton. Johnson has shot about 26% in the first half. So Trinity Baptist taking advantage of opportunities, and as we said a couple of times in the first half, and Coach Allen reiterated at halftime, and I got to say hello to her, she and I both really like the aggressiveness of the Eagles, especially inside the paint, making sure the Suns draw contact, and Mishla Pierre in foul trouble with 4. But a couple of Eagles, 4 of them to be exact, in foul trouble as well with 3. Again, that's Ebony Smith, Moesha Jones, Michelle Jones, and Gina Ingram. So as the clock winds down and we get ready to resume play, Trinity Baptist leads 32-20, and they are playing very well so far on both sides of the court. It will be Eagles basketball as we start quarter number 3. Trinity Baptist led 18-9 after 1, won the second quarter 14-11, so that's a total of 32-20 as we begin the third quarter. This is the final regular season game for Trinity Baptist College. Johnson University still plays at Bob Jones on Saturday. That is a 12 noon start time. Bob Jones has a terrific job of live streaming, so Suns fans, check out the schedule on bjubruins.com and hit the watch link, and you'll be able to watch that game Saturday beginning at noon. That is Michelle Jones already with the first basket of the second half. It's good. That's a 3-point shot, and the Eagles lead at 35-20. Kathy Julian watching us here on YouTube, TBC Eagles, cheering on Leanna and Trinity Baptist College. Hopefully you're enjoying what you're seeing, a 15-point lead as we speak. That's a 3-pointer from Green. It does not go. Moesha Jones tracks down the rebound. Ingram almost lost control, but she reclaimed possession. And Michelle Jones will bring it across midcourt. Long 3-pointer for Newton. This one wide to the right. She's hit 2 of those already. And Kayla Kinney able to reach high and snare that pass and keep the ball in the Suns' possession. Men's game is scheduled to start at 7 o'clock. It is senior night for Brandon Tucker and Marcus Dixon. Again, the tip-off time will depend on how long this ladies' game takes. Been a very quick-paced ball game. There have been a lot of fouls to stop, but other than that, clock has kept moving pretty well, and we have a whistle as Madison O'Day lays it in. And Madison O'Day got the basket. Her first free throw of the night is up, and it is good. So a three-point play for O'Day. I believe that foul was called on Markeisha Jones. Again, a little tough to tell when the officials hold the fingers up from the side view, and with the cheering going on in the gym, sometimes a little hard to hear what they're calling out as well. Yes, it was Markeisha Jones. It's been put on the scoreboard, and that was Pierre hitting the basket. Johnson's first score of the second half. Pierre overall now with 10 points. Eagles lead at 38-22, a 16-point lead, the biggest of the night. Newton runs the baseline, nearly lost the ball, able to get it back. Moesha Jones for three. Kind of a line drive shot, hit off the back of the rim. And this one's out of bounds, last touched by Newton, so it'll be Johnson's ball. Well, Johnson played on January 19th with exactly 5 and came away with a 68-47 win over the Eagles, but they're playing without Sierra Thurrat tonight. Their leading scorer at 16.17 points per game. There's Kinney getting by her defense. And this one's out of bounds. Last touch by the Eagles. It'll stay with the Suns. 7 seconds on the shot clock. The ball did not hit the rim. So Green will inbound. Pierre takes the pass outside the arc. Pulls up for three. With the shot clock winding down, it did hit the rim. Ingram with the rebound. Gina Ingram, Moesha Jones, both going to play softball. Another one of these Eagles players also heading to the softball team as well once this is over with here in women's basketball. O'Day, pull-up jumper. She is the third lady that will be on the softball team. She follows her shot, gets the basket, and Madison O'Day with 15 points. Very aggressive inside the paint. O'Day and Melanie Newton as well as a couple of other Eagles. There's Kinney again following her shot. This time the second chance did not go. Happy Valentine's Day. Don't want to forget that. Valentine's Day. Gina Ingram with the basket off the glass. My wife, Beth, my beautiful bride of almost 24 years now. Happy Valentine's Day to you, hon. I know you're watching us here on a live stream. We'll do our Valentine's this weekend. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Bounce pass. Kay Green inside the paint, pulls up. Shot a little bit too strong, and Ingram with the rebound, but then Green steals it right back out of Ingram's hands. Shot does not go. Follows it with a second opportunity, and that is foul number 4 on Gina Ingram. Ebony Smith heads over to the scorer's table. She'll come in for Ingram after this first free throw from Kay Green. Kay has hit 3 so far, out of 8 overall. First one is up and good. 4 points now for Kay Green. Here comes Ebony Smith. She also has 3 fouls. So the Eagles need to be careful not to pick up too many fouls early in this second half. Green's second free throw is good. She's hit 3 out of her last 4. She has 5 total points, all from the line. Long pass to Newton and a foul. That will be Angela Nunez with her first. So Melanie Newton will head to the line. She is 1 for 2 so far tonight, 11 points overall. Eagles lead 42-24, and Newton could make it a 20-point lead if she hits them both. This first one, though, does not go. Couple of bounces, but to the wrong side of the rim. Free throw number 2 from Melanie Newton. It is good. Newton now with an even dozen. Eagles lead by 19. That's Kinney all the way inside the paint, but her pass attempt is stolen by Newton. Long pass to Smith. She finds O'Day underneath. Great pass and a layup from Madison O'Day. I'm telling you, though, the pass from Newton to Ebony Smith and then Smith feeding O'Day led to that basket by Madison O'Day, and the Eagles lead by 21, make that 19 after the power move from Kay Green. That's her first field goal. She now has 7 points overall. 2 great moves on each end of the court. Newton for 3. It's good. That is her third. Melanie Newton and Madison O'Day leading the Eagles to a 48-26 lead with 4:49 left in the third quarter. This is a South Region matchup. Trinity Baptist looking for its third win within the region. Kinney misses the layup. Shell Jones pulls down the rebound at midcourt, gets across the line. Newton guarded by 2. Ball knocked away and picked up by Kirsten Walker onto the court. Ball gets away. Moesha Jones picks it up, takes it herself. Layup no good. Gets her own rebound. Watch out for 3 seconds. And the ball taken away by Kay Green. Green going all the way again. Michelle Jones let her have the layup, but it did not fall. Jones also playing with 3 fouls. Newton again for 3, a little too short. Loose ball picked up by Moesha Jones, and this one spins around, does 2 complete revolutions around the rim, and drops in. Moesha Jones now with 6, and it's a 50-26 lead for Trinity Baptist, a 24-point margin. Eagles shot over 44% in the first half, and doing another very good job so far in the second, but that is going to be foul number 4 on Moesha Jones. Substitution now for Trinity Baptist. Selena Perez and Leanna Julia both in, and for Johnson University, Nunez heads off in favor of Marquisha Jones. 3:30 left in the third quarter. Kay Green guarded well by Newton on the left side. And that ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by O'Day. So the Suns will keep possession and inbound with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound pass taken by Kinney. And she feeds Pierre outside three-point range. Kinney steps inside, guarded by O'Day. 5-second count is on, and she's able to get it off to Jones. Loose ball, grabbed by Melanie Newton, and she loses the ball off her foot. That's a 2-point shot from Kinney. It's good. She was in between the high school and the college 3. So 2-point shot. Kinney now with 11. 50-28 in favor of Trinity Baptist College. Newton again, a long 3. This one off the front of the rim. Did not get the bounce this time, and rebounded by Mishla Pierre. 2:34 left in the third quarter. Suns are slowing it down, looking for a chance to get into position. Green pulls up, jump shot misses. She gets a rebound. Kinney thought about the 3, now takes it, and in and out. Julian with the rebound. Melanie Newton up the right side of the court, now pulls up, finds O'Day underneath, and another terrific pass. Madison O'Day, the beneficiary once again. She has 19 points. Eagles moving the ball up court very well and finding the hot hand of Madison O'Day. 15 left on the shot clock. And the pass is to Jones, and the basket is good. Marquisha Jones with her first score of the night. 52-30. Trinity Baptist leads by 22. 3-pointer for Perez. Off the rim, into the hands of Kinney. Buck and a half left in the third quarter. Kinney gets around Perez. Lost control momentarily, able to reclaim possession. And the shot from the side from Pierre does not go. Jones feeds Newton. She runs the baseline, gets around one defender, and beats a second one to the hole, and a layup is good for Melanie Newton, and it looks like she is limping off the court after the shot. Let's hope Melanie's all right. She now has 17 points and a timeout. 1 minute, 8 seconds left. Coach Allen calls her second 30-second timeout. She still has 3 fulls, and Coach Barnhart of the Suns with all 3 fulls and a 30 remaining. Trinity Baptist 54, Johnson University 30. O'Day leads with 19 points. Melanie Newton with 17. Ebony Smith 3, Moesha Jones 6, Michelle Jones 5, Gina Ingram with 4. For the Suns, Kayla Kinney right now with 11, Misha LaPierre 10, Markeisha Jones 2, and Kay Green with 7. 1 minute, 8 seconds left. Suns will inbound and go the full distance. Green picks up the roll, saves a couple of seconds on the clock. Walks it across the timeline, guarded by Ebony Smith. Kinney feeds Pierre from the left side, a 2-point effort, rebounded by Julian. Kinney being very aggressive underneath the basket, came away with the steal, but then Madison O'Day picks it off for the Eagles. Ebony Smith one-on-one, and this one does not go, but she comes back inbounds, gets the rebound, feeds O'Day, who now has 21. Madison O'Day wants me to call her player of the game, but Melanie Newton might have something to say about that too. She has 17. Still a little too early to name that, but we're going to keep an eye on both these young ladies as the clock is underneath 16 seconds. Pull-up jumper from Green, another rebound for Leanna Julian, and a foul. Looked like Markeisha Jones called for the foul. If I have it right, that's number 4 on Jones. Eagles inbound, 10 seconds left. Pass to Perez. Nice defensive play by Green, keeping Perez from getting off the shot. 7.1 seconds remain. Inbound to Smith. She'll feed Newton. Back to Perez. Three-pointer from the corner. Yes! Selena Perez now on the board. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter with the score. Trinity Baptist 59, Johnson University 30. We'll pause here and we'll be back in just a minute for quarter number 4 here on TBC Eagles. Johnson University has the ball as we start quarter number 4. Trinity Baptist 59, Johnson 30. A terrific effort by the Eagles so far here tonight. Let's hope they can keep it going for 10 more minutes. Eagles looking to split the season series. Remember, Johnson won that game down in Kissimmee on January 19th. Eagles leading by 29. And Kinney thought about getting inside, but she's been guarded very well by Moesha Jones most of this night. Jones again on the defense. The pass intended for Walker, stolen away by Michelle Jones. She feeds O'Day, who's going inside, and a traveling violation. Tried to change her path to the basket as Green cut in front, moved both feet, And a turnover will give the ball back to the Suns. Clock running, 9:17 left to go. Jones again on the defense, this time guarding Green. Contact, nothing called. O'Day one-on-one, takes it herself and lays it in. Madison O'Day now with 23 points, and the Eagles lead by 31. Kinney guarded again by Jones. Not close enough for a count, and then Ebony Smith comes up, makes contact, and that is number 4 on Ebony Smith. Suns inbound, a long three from Kenny off the rim, and tapped into the hands of O'Day. She's trying to beat Kenny, and we have a foul as O'Day gets off the pass. Foul called on Kayla Kinney, that is number 3. And it is team foul number 1. And the Eagles will inbound. 8:38 left to play. Ingram takes the pass, jump shot, a little too strong. And the Suns get the rebound. Pierre pulls it in, and Kay Green will bring it up court. Pass inside to Jones. Blocked shot again by Ingram. And we're going to have a foul on Gina Ingram, and if I have it right, that is number 5, and Ingram is done for the night. Ingram, though, played a very good defense. Few blocked shots and some rebounds for the freshman. And Selena Perez will head back onto the court. So Gina Ingram is finished for the night. 4 points for Ingram. Again, some blocks and some rebounds. So she did a good job on both ends of the court. Meanwhile, Kayla Kinney hits her first free throw to give her an even dozen. Free throw number 2 is good. Suns had a little trouble early in the ball game from the free throw line. They've been much better since midway through the second quarter. That is Ebony Smith going all the way in for the layup, giving her 5 points. 63-32 Eagles lead. That is Kinney off the glass, rebounded by O'Day. And O'Day gets around Kinney, who is staying right with her. She finds Smith. And a timeout before Smith is able to get the layup. Coach Allen calls for the timeout. With 7:50 left to play, and Trinity Baptist leading 63-32. That is a full timeout. Coach Allen has 2 fulls remaining. Coach Barnhart of Johnson has 3 fulls and a 30, and we'll be back in just a minute. $7:50 left to go. Eagles inbounding, leading 63-32. Perez takes the inbound pass. Her shot is a little too strong. And a jump ball as both O'Day and Green put 2 hands on it. Possession arrow is with Johnson. Or check that, Trinity Baptist. Now goes over to Johnson. Jones guarded by 2 in the corner. Finds Moesha Jones. Back to Michelle. And Michelle Jones will back it up to the top of the arc. 7 seconds left. 3-point shot. And Michelle Jones hits it, giving her 8 points. And the Eagles lead at 66-32. The aggressiveness in the first half led to the 12-point lead at the intermission, and now the Eagles are hitting from inside and outside, and there's a really nice pass and layup. Markeisha Jones takes the pass, gets the basket. She has 4. Outside to Perez, back to Smith over near the Eagles bench. 15 to shoot. Smith powers her way inside and pulls up the short jump shot. 7 points now for Ebony Smith. Eagles lead by 34. They have doubled up the Suns, 68-34. O'Day with the rebound, finds Ebony all alone, and Ebony, without the ball hitting the floor, has now scored 6 points in the fourth quarter to give her 9 total. O'Day with a fabulous pass to teammate Ebony Smith, and that results in the layup. Great move by Kay Green for the basket. She now has 9. Coming up on the 6-minute mark, Melanie Newton along with Leanna Julian at the table. The shot does not go, but Moesha Jones puts it right back in. She now has 8. 72-36, Eagles lead. Newton and Julian waiting for stop in play to get back onto the court. And we have a foul over near the corner. There were 2 Eagles in on the play. And Selena Perez will be called. That is her 3rd, and it is team foul number 3. So here come Newton and Julian. Perez and Moesha Jones check out. Kay Green inbounds the ball to Kinney. She's guarded by Jones. Kinney, though, beats Jones and a couple of other defenders, gets the basket, draws the foul, and will go to the line. Madison O'Day called for her 2nd. Terrific power move by Kayla Kinney. Basket is good. She now has 14 pending this free throw, and Selena Perez already back onto the court. Ebony Smith is off. Kinney's 3-point play is good. She has 15. Another substitution for Coach Barnhart. Kinney will check out. Angela Nunez comes back in. 72-39, 5.5 left to play. Newton finds Perez on the right side. She runs the baseline. Basket no good. And a rebound for Jones. Kay Green slows it down, allows her teammates to get into position. Green guarded by Newton, gets around Newton, and then Julian. Layup, though, does not go. Michelle Jones pulls it in. O'Day takes the pass to the paint, finds Perez, and the Eagles work it back to the top of the arc. Michelle Jones wanted that 3 instead. A turnaround jumper from right at the line from O'Day. I'm going to go ahead right now and grant player of the game honors to number 11, Madison O'Day, but she had some tough competition from teammates Melanie Newton, and in the fourth quarter, Ebony Smith. Perez with the steal. Brings it up court. Eagles can start to work down the clock, leading big here in the fourth quarter. Julian wide open, 2-point shot, a little bit too strong. 4:12 left on the clock. Pierre brings the ball up court for the Suns. Goes 1-on-2, and this one goes out of bounds. Eagles ball. So Madison O'Day with 25 points feeds Julian, and a traveling violation called on Julian. That'll give the ball back over to the Suns. Four minutes, 2 seconds left. Once this ball game ends, we will end this feed and start up a new one just before the gentlemen are ready to tip off. Game time scheduled at 7 p.m. Eastern. Kay Green to the hole. Shot does not go. Julian with the rebound. Anna Julian has been all over the rebounds in her minutes on the court. She's done a really nice job underneath, and now she gets the turnaround layup off the glass. The assist from Melanie Newton, a beautiful pass and a terrific turnaround shot for Leanna Julian. She is on the board. 76-39, Eagles lead. TBC men's team watching their friends on the court. And that shot does not go. Michelle Jones pulls it in. The Suns are over in the visitors' locker room. They're out on the court checking out the end of this ball game. Perez called for the travel. Tabitha Majors and Ebony Smith now on the court for Coach Allen. Madison O'Day and Leanna Julian head off, likely for the final time this season on the home court. South Region Tournament next week. Again, Madison O'Day, tonight's player of the game. And assuming she is done for the night, she will finish with 25 points. Just about 1/3 of the offensive output that the Eagles have put on the board tonight. Shot attempt from Walker does not go. Perez brings it up court to the right side, and her pass is knocked down. Kay Green picks it up, has one more player to beat. She feeds Kinney. Ball knocked away, but Kinney's able to recover it. Makes contact with Major now. Three-point shot does not go. Kinney now inside the paint. Loose ball on the floor. She grabs it. Walker, the shot is a little bit wide to the right. And Perez pulls down the rebound off the floor. That ball was tipped. Newton, no, allowing her teammates to get up front. Ebony Smith finds Majors. The pass gets away, but Perez is right there to pick it up. Smith all the way to the hole and the basket. She now has 11. 8 of those points in the fourth quarter. She hit 3 free throws in the first. 78-39, 1:45 left to play. Walker takes the shot, blocked by Perez. Majors picks it up. And here come the Eagles. Long pass up the court to Smith. Wide open underneath. Underhand layup does not go. She gets her own rebound. Second chance, no. And Nunez with that rebound. Kay Green comes up with the ball, taking the handoff from Nunez. Three-point shot for Kinney off the rim. Jones with the rebound and a foul. Both Nunez and Kinney were there, and the call will be called on Kayla Kinney. That is number 4. Kinney, freshman from Zion, Illinois, majoring in business administration. Moesha Jones back onto the court. Leanna Julian also checks back in. Newton and Smith will head off. So, likely finishing this up, Madison O'Day just came back on. There's a feed to Majors and a whistle underneath on the floor, so the Eagles will inbound. And a foul called on Mishla Pierre. That is number 5 on Pierre. So she finishes with 10 points. Eagles inbound. Perez for 3. It's good. Selena Perez drains a 3, giving her a total of 6. 2 3-point shots for Selena Perez. We're under a minute. Eagles lead it 81-39. And we're going to have a jump ball as Kinney tries to get inside. Perez got her hands on it. Suns do have the arrow. They have 14 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound pass, knocked away by O'Day. It'll stay with the Suns. O'Day, Julian, Perez, Major, and Moesha Jones on the court to finish this one out. Final regular season game for the Eagles. The Suns are at Bob Jones on Saturday, and we have a foul. Foul called on Tabitha Majors. That is her first. Team foul number 4. Suns will inbound with 26 seconds left to play. Kinney stripped by Moesha Jones. Gets the ball back up off the floor, and she will shoot 2 free throws. Madison O'Day with the foul. That's number 3. Kinney with 15 points. She has hit 4 of her last 5 attempts. At the line for 2. Free throw number 1 is good. So 16 now for the freshman. Again, first season of women's basketball at Johnson University. These young ladies have played very well. And that shot attempt by Jones does not go. A loose ball grabbed by O'Day. She's going to go all the way inside, back it up to Perez. That's a 2-point shot, hits off the rim. Julian with the rebound. Second chance, no. 7 seconds left. Kinney's going to fire it down court. Pass is stolen by Perez. And O'Day will let the clock expire. And that is the ball game. Final score, Trinity Baptist 81, Johnson University of Florida 40. The gentlemen's game scheduled to start at 7. Let's give you a quick rundown of the scoring by the Eagles and the Suns. Madison O'Day, player of the game with 25 points. Ebony Smith, 11. Selena Perez, 6. Moesha Jones, 8. Michelle Jones, 8. Melanie Newton, 17. Leanna Julian, 2. Gina Ingram with 4, assuming no mistakes. For the Suns, Kayla Kinney led the way with 16. Misha Pierre with 10. Markeisha Jones, 4. And Kay Green, 9. Men's game starting at 7. Look for the live now on your screen to indicate the start of the men's game. Stay with us here on TBC Eagles.